afternoon. It's Purim time, and we're going to read a story called Cakes and Miracles. Cakes and Miracles at Purim time. Herschel was the only blind boy in his village, but his blindness did not keep him from going to school, shaking pears from the neighbor's tree, or catching frogs in the river. The river was Herschel's favorite place in the village. Besides frogs and water, there was mud to play in. He could make the mud do anything he wanted it to do. A poke here, he had a cave. A push there, he had a tunnel. He tried to wash the mud off his clothes before he went home so his mother wouldn't know, but he always missed a place or two. "You have to go to the river and get all muddy," his mother said. When he came inside, Herschel sighed. He did not mean to make extra work for his mother. Ever since his father had died, she was busy enough trying to feed and clothe the two of them. She sewed, she cleaned, she cooked, she baked, especially in early spring. At Purim time, she baked. Then the three-cornered fat cakes called Hamantaschen sold so well at the market. This year, maybe I can sell enough Hamantaschen to buy 2 more chickens, Mama said hopefully. "This year, maybe I can help you with the cakes," said Herschel. "But you cannot see to make them," said his mother. "Do not worry, Herschel. You will help me in other ways as you always do." And she patted him on the head. That night, the night before Purim, Herschel climbed into his bed. After he had said his nighttime prayers, he whispered, "If only I could see and help my mother more." In the night, he had a dream. In his dream, Herschel saw the most beautiful winged angel descending a sparkling ladder. The angel bent down toward him. "Make what you see," the angel said. "But I haven't been able to see since I was sick," Herschel said. "You see when you close your eyes. You see it in your dreams." "It is true. I can see in my dreams," he said. Herschel awoke and the angel was gone, but he remembered what she said. Soon he heard his mother stoking the stove. "Mother," he called out, "good news! I can see in my head, and I can help you with the cakes." "Herschel, Herschel," said Mama, shaking her head, "you wish you could see. I wish you could see. But how can a blind boy see? I can't let you play with the dough." "I won't, Mother. I'll make cakes, or maybe something different. Cookies. Cookies in wonderful shapes. Shapes, Herschel, such a good imagination my son has." After school, Herschel did his chores. He fetched, he carried, he cleaned pans, while his mother mixed and rolled and cut and baked. At nightfall, Mama said, "I'll leave this batch of dough to roll and cut in the morning, Purim morning." And then they went to synagogue to hear the chanting of the Megillah, the story of Queen Esther. Herschel did not forget his noisemaker. Every child had one. And when the rabbi chanted the name of the village Haman, his voice was drowned by the shaking and rattling of the noisemakers. Oh, what fun Herschel had. That night, Herschel could not sleep. He went to the kitchen, where his mother's Hamantaschen lay. He felt for the bowl filled with dough and took a piece in his hands. The cool smoothness made him think of the mud by the river. Herschel kneaded the dough. He formed a bird and a fish and a goblet. As he worked, he found it easier and easier to shape the cookies so they matched the images dancing in his head. As the night turned to day, his mother awoke. "What are you doing, Herschel?" she demanded. "I told you not to play with the dough." And then she saw Herschel's cookies. But, they were beautiful. "Herschel, how can a boy who cannot see?" "But I can see," Herschel said. "When I close my eyes, I see." "Truly a miracle," his mother said, and took Herschel's face tenderly in her hands. "Do you think people will buy them, Mother?" Herschel said. "Do onions grow in the ground?" she answered. "But we won't sell even one here in the kitchen. I'll bake your cookies and we'll carry them to the market." The market was already a busy place. Herschel could smell the familiar odor of herrings and pickles, bread and cheeses. He could hear the chickens crackling and the vendors calling. But today there were new sweet smells coming from the tables loaded with Purim treats, the honey cakes, the bottles of syrup, pears and wines, the Hamantaschen shaped like Haman's three-cornered hat. Herschel and his mother set out their baked goods. "Buy a special cake for Purim," his mother called. Soon there was quite a crowd gathering. Thea the belt maker wanted 4 cookies. Liba the feather picker wanted 3. Even Burrell the baker bought a cookie. And the last one, he pinched Herschel's cheek as he walked by. "You'll be a talented baker someday," he said. "Come talk to me." Herschel, his mother, turned to him. "Did you hear what Burrell said? It's not every day a nice word like that comes from his mouth. And we sold every Hamantaschen. They are all gone." Herschel could see the table, but he could feel the excitement around him. Purim excitement, cookie excitement. And in his head he could see himself as a man, a baker perhaps, with bowls of flour all around, or a carpenter or a shoemaker. Oh, how happy Herschel was.